ouse. Now it's mine. The minute I said ouse, he immediately let go of it. Now I'm gonna bring you back over here. Hey, ouse. And there you see he dropped it and let it go. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna cover how to communicate to your dog better and to be more consistent. So let's start off by talking about Pavlov theory. Pavlov theory is the bell goes off, the food comes down, the dog eats. It's an association with a single sound. So with that bell going off, the dog through conditioning process starts to associate that with the food coming down, so the dog starts to expect the food to be there every time it hears that sound. We as people though, when we talk to our dogs or we want to get something across to our dogs, we have a tendency to speak in sentences or multiple words. And so what I want to talk about today is how to really simplify it to where your dog has a better understanding of what it is you're actually wanting or requiring of them as you move forward communicating with your dog. So let's think about the different things that we may say that really have to do with the same thing. We may say drop, give, leave it, no lick, no bite, no mouth, lay down, go lay down, get down. All of these different things that we say, our dog has to try to process and remember the association the last time it heard that type of sound. So I'm gonna give you guys examples of what I use with my personal dogs as well as dogs that I train for other clients. So for example, if I use the word off, that means whatever your body is touching, get off of. Off of me, off of them, off the furniture, out of the vehicle. Whatever your body is touching, get off of. If I'm gonna make that something that they have to mind, then I'm also gonna have the opposite, which is going to be a hup. Hup means get up on me, get up on the couch next to me. Wherever I'm tapping, get up on them, get up into the car. That means whatever I'm tapping on, I want the dog to get their body on that. Another one that I will use is ouse. Ouse is anything that you're doing with your face, your mouth, your nose. So ouse is anytime they're licking, anytime they're sniffing, anytime I want them to drop something from their mouth or leave something alone that they may find interesting. So ouse, O-U-S-E, is not something that I'm gonna say on a regular basis in my normal everyday speak. So therefore, when I say it and I mean it towards the dog, it's the only time they hear it. Another one that I use is back. Back means that whatever you're close to in front, if I say back, I want them to actually back up. So I may use that if I want them to back away from a door before I open it, whether it be the front door, or maybe I'm getting ready to let them out of a crate, or maybe wherever I'm at or wherever I'm sitting, they're not touching me, but they're really close and I just want them to back up. So these are just different examples of how we can better communicate to our dog in a way that is easier for them to understand. Now I'm gonna show you how I use them with my dog. Chipper, off, off, up. Easy. Okay, off. So that's just a simple example of how I can use these words off and hup to get my dog to do what I want them to do. Now, when we talk about, well, what if a dog doesn't how does a dog learn it? Obviously, a dog isn't gonna know what it is we mean right off the bat. All of this is a conditioning process through proper communication and guidance. So if I have a dog that comes up on me or jumps on me and I tell them off and they don't get off, then what I do is I take my hand, and I recommend that you watch a video or the video I have on how to properly and safely correct your dog with your hand. What I would do is I would, instead of kneeing them, shoving them off, I would say off, and if they don't get off, I pop them on top of the head between the ears with an open hand, and then that lets them know that when I say off, now they're associating that coming if they don't get off, and I want to find the level again that's just enough they want to avoid. I highly recommend that you avoid doing that until you watch that video, because I fully explain the safe way and why it works of how to do that and correct your dog that way. Now, the hup really comes down to just us inviting our dog, but yet we do at our hand. So when I say hup, I can say this, Chipper, hup. And now he's up on my body, off, off, hup. And then he goes to where my hand is. I can do this anywhere. I can do it into the vehicle. I can do it on somebody else. Hey. If you'll notice, I just used the word A, and he was like, oh, I'm not gonna continue doing that. I don't like to use the word no, but I do like to use the A sound, because I can go A or A, and that way it kind of gives me the ability to make it a little bit more serious if necessary. Off. So that's some good examples for the off and the hup. Now, let's look at aus. Remember, aus, the way I use it is whatever you're doing with your mouth, your nose, licking, sniffing, chewing on something, biting, mouthing, whatever they're doing with the front of their face, that's what they're gonna stop doing. All right, so here's one of his favorite toys. It's just a tennis ball. You can see that he's all about it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let him get it. Get it. Oh man. So once I go to get it, hey, easy, aus. Now it's mine. The minute I said aus, he immediately let go of it. Now I'm gonna bring you back over here. Hey, aus. And there you see he dropped it and let it go. So it's really important that we are consistent when we're talking to our dogs and when we want certain things, because this is all about how to make it easier for our dogs to understand what it is we're doing. So just remember, the way I use it is back means back up from whatever it is you're in front of. So for example, real quick, let's go, come on, back. See how he backs up from the door? He was right up on it. I said back, he backed up. So little things like that, are really important to have so we can have that better relationship with them. So I hope you were able to learn something from this. I hope that it helps you as you move forward, having a better relationship with your dog. Thanks, and have a great day. Good boy. Oh, yes. Okay.